Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Death Before Decaf. If you are new here, my name is Emily and on my channel I like to talk about academia, managing a bunch of different things at the same time, being overcommitted and being productive. And so I've talked about a lot of different topics on my channel so far, how to manage different projects, how to accomplish goals, how to bounce back, but I haven't addressed how to actually handle your free time in a way that makes sense. And so today I want to talk about how to maximize your weekends as a college student who, has a lot of stuff going on. And we don't want to burn out, and we're going to be using our weekends. We're going to create them and we're going to maximize them and optimize them to make us feel good for the rest of the week. And that's what I want to talk about today. So if you're ready, let's go. So, if you're like me, you might feel like weekends are not very restful. They're more like just catching up on everything. Unfinished tasks, laundry, life, and somehow in that weekend, you're expected to meal prep, clean your place, see some people, become a better version of yourself. And you actually can do that. And I'm going to be sharing how I structure my weekends to actually feel refreshed by Monday. And while I'm actually getting things done on the weekend, I'm also not romanticizing hustle culture, or I'm not pretending to wake up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday. There's no way. So the first thing is that we're going to want to rethink what productivity means in that sense. We're going to want to think about productivity as the little things that you can do to save yourself more mental energy or even physical energy for the rest of the week. So anything we can do that's like a small thing that we can make happen in a fun, healthy, happy way during the weekend that's going to help us for the rest of the week. That's what we love and that's how we want to do it. So I'm going to be addressing a few things that I do on the weekends that really help me throughout the week. The first is nutrition. We're going to talk about quality time. We're going to talk about outdoor time, and we're going to talk about cleaning. I know, but I'm going to show you how to make it fun. First thing that I've implemented actually last year and that has drastically changed my life in so many ways has been meal prep. And I used to be so, intimidated by it, or I was against it because it felt like, lifestyle influencer like crap that I didn't really see fitting into my life. But ever since I actually started doing it, it is a game changer. I eat better, so I feel better, so my brain capacity is better too. I don't have to think about meals during the week. They're just there. It's really, really magical. And the way that I like to do it is because there's two of us in the house, of course. We're gonna do 2 proteins, 3 vegetables, and 1 or 2 carbs that I enjoy. So usually that's gonna look like, some chicken and some tofu with sweet potato, green bean, and cauliflower, and some rice. So I cook all of that, put it into Tupperware on the Sunday, and then during the week I just mix and match. I just put things together with what I've created. I haven't created anything, but with what I have pre-made. So I don't have to think about it literally ever. Whenever I prep my lunches for the next day, I just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and I'm good to go. Same goes for like pre-cutting fruit and vegetables and pre-putting them into little like snack boxes. All of that pre-made. I don't have to do anything once. All of my other commitments are happening at once, and that is a game changer, a real game changer. So I encourage you with all my heart to meal prep. I do it on the Sunday. I usually put on a little podcast. I have a laugh. I'll have, a little Bailey's coffee while I do it. I make it fun. I romanticize it. I get excited about it. And that's how we make it through the things we don't really want to do like that. Now in terms of cleaning, there's I never get, and so this might not be helpful if you're not like this, but I never let my house get messy. My dishes are done every day. I clean the stuff that hangs around every day. I'm not a messy person, but on the weekends, I clean the floors, which like vacuum and mop, which is super important because I have 2 pets, including a very big dog. So I do that on the weekends for sure. And I always do laundry one of the days. And on Sunday, I always wash my bed because you deserve it. There's really something to be said about having a good life hygiene and how it affects your mental clarity and your sort of nervous system and your ability to take things on. And you know, I know that not everyone is this way, and a lot of people don't wash their bed sheets every week. That's fine. I'm not judging. That's just how I do it, because when your environment is clean, it is calm, and your brain doesn't feel like it's screaming in the background. Like if there's one day that I'm so busy out of the house and I come home and there's stuff all over the place, I just go into overload, and I can't. So it's got to be done in small doses, and it's got to be routine, those things. Like I'm not too much of a routine person, but when it comes to that, it's got to be. We got to do it that way. The next one is probably the most important advice you will receive. Life is not just your job and your academic life. Once you are done with whatever you're doing in school, you will leave the university, and you're gonna have to have, you know, upkept friendships in order to sustain you for the rest of your life, right? A lot of people reduce themselves down to their project and think that having a social life is a waste of time. It is not. Humans are social creatures. If you want to live a long, healthy life, and you want to have, you know, the brain capacity in your old age to keep doing the stuff that you love, you need to have a rich social life. And so, you know, for some people it might mean like going to see friends or going to get dinner or whatever. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my buddies on Sundays, and so I know that every week I have a social commitment, and then I usually have more than one social commitment on the weekends, because I just love to see my friends and my loved ones. And whenever I see my friends or my loved ones, like I get home and I never think to myself, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I should have worked on my thesis. Never. What? You need to sustain your heart and your soul, and to do that, you need to spend time with people who make you happy and who make you feel like you're true to yourself and who make you laugh. And that's going to be really helpful for you, not only in the long run, like in years from now, but it's also really, really beneficial to your mental health and to your ability to take on like the stuff that comes in during the week. So spend time with people you love, have a good time. That is super crucial on the weekends. And the last thing I want to say is, you know, weekends for me are not the time to be disciplined. It's not about discipline. It's about soft structure. So it's not going to ruin my week if I don't, you know, wash my bed sheets on Sunday, or I don't meal prep. Those are not, if I don't do it, they're not failures, because I can't be, and you probably can't also, be 100% on all of the time, 100% disciplined, 100% gotta have it. If you wake up every single day and have a to-do list that is like strict, that you feel bad if you don't accomplish everything on it, that just doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right to me. And so usually for me, it's on Sundays. I do not work on Sundays. I don't work out on Sundays. Yes, I do my little meal prep, but I'm actually enjoying that. You know, that's fun to me. I don't finish tasks. I make sure that's done. Like Sundays are my day where I just take life 1 minute at a time and just take it as it is, and really disconnect, you know, my brain for the entire day. I'm putting no pressure on myself to accomplish anything at all. I just do things throughout the day, you know, soft structures that just make me better prepared for the Monday to come. So, you know, if you're a robot constantly, and if you're always on, and if you're always tense because you're always thinking about, you know, how much you got to get done and how, then that's terrible for your nervous system, and we don't want that. So, you know, pick a day, or even if it's just an afternoon, I don't care, but pick a day where there's no to-do list and you don't care what you do, and if you do nothing, then that is it, and that is good, and that's okay. This is especially true No, this entire video is especially true if you have kids. Listen, I don't have kids. I don't think I'm going to have kids. I can't imagine being a parent in this day and age. But especially if you have children, give yourself so much grace. So much grace. If you make it through the day, then that is I cheer for you and I clap for you, and I'm proud of you. If you're taking care of people, you know, if you have an elderly parent or whatever it may be, again, same deal. Grace, self-kindness. Anything that you do for yourself is incredible, and I applaud you. So that being said, the weekends don't need to turn you into a new person. All they need to do is to softly, with a soft structure, help you make your life feel slightly more manageable while it's on, like on Monday through Friday, or however, you know, whenever your work days are. And ultimately it's about giving yourself grace, and ultimately it's about, you know, stacking up on the stuff that make life feel easier, whether that's having a good time with the people you love, cooking a little bit of food for yourself, cleaning up a little bit so you have some mental clarity, whatever it may be. That's what it's for, and that's what I encourage you to do. Thank you so much for watching this short one. I appreciate you being here. Leave a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you do on your weekends. I would love to hear from you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I am going to soon be starting Study With Me on Twitch. It's coming. I just need to figure out more things to make sure that the structure is good, and to figure out when the best times are, but I look forward to seeing you there. I wish you a wonderful day, a great weekend, whenever that is for you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!